Hey, I want to share with you how to protect yourself, how to have a better life, or stated negatively, how to mess up your life. So this is Walk and Talk 145. It's January 26th, 2023. We're talking about walking away from evil. So evil is anything that disagrees with God. Anything that the Bible says is wrong is evil. The Bible calls it sin. There's a difference between something that God says is wrong and what man says is wrong. Or to say it in another way, man can say something is okay. Man can say something is permissible, but God can say it's not okay. The Bible can say it's not permissible, it's wrong. So in the legal system, man can say that's not a crime. But from God's point of view, something that man says is not a crime can be evil. It can be sin. It can be a violation against God. For example, in today's environment, pretty much any kind of verbal abuse, lots of people, even the law will give a whole lot of what's called freedom of speech. But God would say, only speak truth, only in love. So listen to what I'm trying to say. Is anytime you approach or see evil, evil as defined by God, something that the Bible says is wrong, walk away. Your life will be a whole lot better. You'll be a whole lot smarter, happier. Whenever you're confronted or you come near evil, don't give it a second look. Don't listen to evil longer than a second. Walk away. Here's Proverbs 1:15. It says, do not walk next to evil. Keep your feet from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they are quick to shed blood. The Bible would strongly say that we should protect each other. The Bible clearly says, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not murder. So physical violence is, the Bible says, is wrong. The Bible says, be gentle, be kind, be considerate, be thoughtful, be patient. You can disagree with someone, but don't physically harm them. So when the Bible in Proverbs 1:15 says, do not walk next to evil, please note, when you see evil, walk away. Don't walk next to evil. It's even more detailed. Keep your feet from their path. Don't even follow a path of evil. So people like to do evil. And verse 16 says, for their feet run to evil. There is a deep desire in people to participate in evil, in sin, to participate in whatever God says don't. There's this desire to run to don't. That started in the Garden of Eden, where God said, I don't want you to go near that tree. And what did Adam and Eve do? They literally rationalized, or there's nothing wrong with that tree, and they chose to disobey God. Proverbs 1:15 says, do not walk next to evil. Keep your feet from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they are quick to shed blood. Let me make you a couple of suggestions about walking away. Number one, evil exists. Evil is real. Another way to say that, sin is real. So right and wrong exists. Many individuals want to just simply say, do whatever you want as long as it makes you feel good. You're free to do whatever. You don't have to answer to anybody. There's no right or wrong. There's no absolutes. The Bible says clearly there is right and wrong as defined by God, as explained in the Bible. So if the Bible says something is evil, your first way to protect yourself is to agree with God. That means, yes, there is a God, and God has spoken through the Bible, and the Bible is God's book favoring good, but disagreeing with evil, and God gives us guidance in the Bible how to walk away from evil. So there's a command here in Proverbs 1:15. It is a command. Do not walk next to evil. Notice it's a command, and by observation, the command can be obeyed or disobeyed. You can obey God. You can disobey God. You have a free will. You have a free choice. You can walk next to evil, or you can walk away from evil. You have a choice. I think it's wise to note in today's culture, today's lifestyle, in America or around the world, the idea of right and wrong has pretty much been ignored. The idea of right and wrong from God's perspective or from the Bible's perspective has pretty much been ignored or forgotten or rationalized away, just like Adam and Eve did. Well, surely there's nothing wrong with that. Notice the text says, Proverbs 1:15, do not walk next to evil. Keep your feet from their path. That little word there, T-H-E-I-R, is a reminder that people can choose to do evil, and there is a desire in people to go against God, to participate in something that is sinful, wrong. So you have to be conscious constantly. You're a person, you're a human being, you have the power of choice, and every other human being around you has the same power of choice. Just as you can choose to walk away from evil, they can choose to walk away from evil, or they can choose to run to evil. So evil is a violation of God's law. Evil is not determined by what you think evil is or is not. Evil in the Bible is anything that disagrees with God. Keep your feet from their path. So if the Bible says something is a sin, then you have, if you want a better life, if you want to break the cycle of evil, you have to walk away. You have to believe that the Bible is God's book. Many individuals do not believe that the Bible is God's book of life. I'm encouraging you and suggesting to you that it is. And when you take the Bible and you read it from a neutral position again and again and again, you discover it is liberating. It will protect you and it will give you great freedom. God, the designer, the creator, gives us the privilege of choice, the privilege of experiencing good, as well as the privilege of saying no to God, resulting in the experience of evil. People like to get on a path of evil. Now notice the word path. Any path is well defined. It doesn't take long as you watch your life or people around you. They go down a defined path. They make choices and they recycle those choices. And that path becomes identifiable. So if person A comes up to you and does what person A always does, is that person A expresses anger and defiance and struggles with forgiveness. That person A lies. That person A manipulates the facts. You are clearly seeing a path of manipulation, of deceit. The Bible would say, walk away. The Bible says clearly, don't walk with people. Don't walk with people who lie. Many times the path is well defined. Many times you can predict the outcome. If you do A and if you do B, C will follow. If you lie, if you steal, if you manipulate the facts, if you're not fair and balanced, you can predict the outcome. The path of evil is often clearly defined. Do not walk next to evil. Keep your feet from their path. In other words, don't even put your toes in the water. Keep your feet away from evil. Some of us like to put our toes in the water and check out, is the water cold? Is the water warm? Keep your feet from their path. You choose to walk next to evil. You choose to walk in a path that probably often you knew that path was defined, headed down an evil path. I'm going to suggest to you, you have to look ahead. Many of us live in the moment. We don't think about the word consequences. You walk away from evil because evil doesn't produce good. Evil produces destruction. Evil produces heartbreak. Evil produces scars. Evil, according to verse 16, for their feet run to evil and they are quick to shed blood. Evil is out to destroy. I'm suggesting to you, walk away. When you see evil, don't follow. Don't even put your toes in the water. Don't even go near the path of evil. Walk away. Let me give you a simple example. You hear someone griping, whining. You hear someone gossiping or slandering, or you hear someone lying, or you hear someone advancing half the truth but not telling the whole truth. That's evil. Oh, you can speak the truth in love, but walk away. Because if you don't, you'll find yourself participating in a primary way or a secondary way in evil. Don't even go near the path. Quickly turn and walk away. Maybe I could encourage you this way. When you notice evil, something that God disagrees with, something that God does not give permission, that could be anything. Run. Do more than walk away. Run. I would even suggest to you that if you've identified people who clearly, again and again and again, do that which is wrong in the sight of God, walk away. Don't be their friend. If people are going to hurt someone else, can I make a simple suggestion? Do not walk next to evil. Keep your feet from their path, for their feet run to evil and they are quick to shed blood. Sometimes we have to walk alone. Now, you're not alone because you're doing what God has asked you to do, and that is to follow God, to follow the Bible, to follow Jesus. But sometimes on earth, when the people around us are griping or whining, when the people around us are angry at whatever, and they move toward slander, when they're not helping the situation the way Jesus would help the situation, walk away. Stand alone. Don't give them a second look. When you participate in a conversation, one step leads to another step, leads to another step, and all of a sudden you're in the group. Every day in the news, or probably every day in your friendship circle, or anytime you read news reports or watch TV news, there is this continual recycling of evil. And it's destroying everything around it. For their feet run to evil and they are quick, watch this, to shed blood. Evil destroys people. They're quick to shed blood. Evil's outcome is always destructive. The opposite of evil is good, is kindness, is truth spoken in love, is patience, it's forgiving, it's following Jesus. If Jesus says that's wrong, then you don't do it. If Jesus says it's right, then you can do it. If the Bible makes it clear that's not permitted, then you can't do it. If the Bible says that's permitted, then you can do it. Many times we struggle, but we get caught in this cycle of participating in evil. Why? Because we didn't walk away. Now, make sure every day is a fresh start. So right now, draw a line in the sand and simply start over. The Bible says, forgetting what lies behind, press on. The Bible says God is merciful. The Bible says forgiveness is real. So if you're participating with people who are advancing, developing evil, walk away today. Get out of their path. Let me say it another way. Stop hanging with them. Many individuals don't have the power to say no when they get close to evil. I'm saying get away. I'm saying walk away. I'm saying don't even hang with people who are evil. Listen to Proverbs 1:15 again. Roger, do not walk next to evil. Roger, keep your feet from people who do evil. For their feet, people who do evil, they run to evil. And people who do evil are quick to shed blood. Maybe you have to make a clear distinction or about the people around you. Maybe you have to define whether they're on a path of evil or a path of good. If they're on a path of evil, walk away. More than that, run. Run. Maybe for some of you, hide. Maybe for some of you, you need to walk away, run, hide. Maybe for some of you, you need to ask for help. I want to gently say to you, if you're struggling walking away from evil, here's our phone number, 480-839-0926. 480-839-0926. Call that number and ask for me, or ask for a pastor that you could talk to in confidence and get advice. Ask for help. There's lots of ways you can protect yourself, but you have to ask for help. If you struggle saying no to evil, if you can't run away on your own, ask for help. I'm more than happy, more than willing. Just pick up the phone, 480-839-0926, and call. And just simply say, is Pastor Roger there? If not, leave a message, leave a phone number, leave an email address. I'll get back to you. If I am not available, one of our pastors will help, one of our counselors will help. Do not walk next to evil. Keep your feet from their path, for their feet run to evil, and they are quick to destroy. We live in a world that leans, walks, runs to evil. And I'm just simply saying to you, the Bible says walk away. Walk away from anything that God says no to, and your life will be better. This is Walk and Talk 145, January 26. It's a cool 40 degrees. It might even be 39 degrees, not quite sure. I hope you see the definition of evil, anything that God disagrees with, anything the Bible says is wrong, and that you walk away from evil. This is Walk and Talk 145. I invite you to our worship services this coming Sunday. We have an 8 o'clock, a 9:30, and 11 on Sunday morning. We have classes for children, for teenagers, for adults as well. We have a 6 p.m. Worship service. Take your life and run to good. In other words, run to God. Run, walk, hide from evil. Hope your day is filled with goodness. Blessings on you.